US President Donald Trump has unveiled a 20-point plan called the Comprehensive Plan to End the Gaza Conflict. The goal is to stabilize the region, disarm Hamas and rebuild Gaza.
We ended the war in Gaza and really, on a much bigger basis, created peace. And I think it's going to be a lasting peace, hopefully an everlasting peace. Peace in the Middle East. We secured the release of all of the remaining hostages, and that'll be a day of joy. I'm going to try and make a trip over. We're going to try and get over there.
Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu has agreed to this plan. Hamas, however, hasn't fully agreed. Hamas at this point has agreed to release the remaining hostages and is seeking more talks on some of the sticking points. But let's break it down for you first, what exactly this 20-point peace plan is. This plan, proposed by President Trump, aims to transform Gaza into a terror-free, peaceful region, focusing on redevelopment for its people. A ceasefire would begin immediately if both sides come together and agree, with Israeli forces withdrawing to enable the release of all hostages within 72 hours in exchange for nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners and remains. Now, Hamas members who renounce violence would receive amnesty or safe passage, while immediate humanitarian aid would restore infrastructure and services, and this will be managed by the UN and by neutral agencies. Gaza will be run by a technocratic Palestinian committee under an international board of peace that's led by Donald Trump until the Palestinian Authority is fully ready to govern. A special economic zone will bring investment, will create jobs, militant groups will be kept out, and weapons would be collected under supervision. Regional partners would ensure that all these rules are followed. According to the Gaza plan, there will also be an international stabilization force which will help maintain security and guard borders of Gaza. This plan also encourages interfaith dialogue, rebuilding Gaza, ensuring a push for reforms, paving the way for Palestinian statehood, but also, importantly, US-led peace talks. So what's the response been like? Well, India has supported the Gaza peace plan. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed his support for the framework, calling it a viable path to long-term peace, security and development for both Israelis and Palestinians, while highlighting the importance of the broader West Asian region. Moreover, many Muslim-majority nations, including Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Egypt, Turkey, they've all welcomed the plan. They've emphasized that Palestinians should not be displaced and that humanitarian aid must reach people unhindered, something that the Gaza plan does talk about. But there are challenges. The United Nations, Arab countries and Palestinian Authority are supporting the effort, but not on all points. There seem to be some implementation challenges in the plan, including potential Hamas resistance to full disarmament, especially by commanders controlling hostages and infrastructure. While the plan promises aid and infrastructure repair, unclear funding and execution could actually cause a whole lot of delays. Also, dismantling military assets is hard. Israeli withdrawal depends on verified demilitarization, which is a concern many have raised. So for a lasting ceasefire and progress towards a two-state solution, the plan must be revised with international stakeholders. Otherwise, Gaza's suffering, the instability and US's involvement in the region may continue indefinitely. But if this plan is implemented efficiently, it could essentially stabilize a region which hasn't seen peace in a long time. It could protect diaspora communities and support India's economic interests as well. But Hamas's response, funding, governance, there's a big question mark over all of that, even at this stage.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.